like shiver. You don't test that. I be at where you rest at. So many changes.
It's Ebony JB and I'm back with another video, and this video is a long awaited video. I'm here to react to Westside Gunn's Hitler Wears Hermes 8 side B. I'm not going to get too deeply into why I have taken so long into recording and releasing this reaction. It's simply life and we all are living it, so we all know how it can get. But it's here now and I'm so happy that I'm able to give it to you guys now, and I'm so thankful for how patient you all have been in waiting for it. Let's just get into it.
For real, we always ready. For real. For real. But you know, on this journey, in how you start, remember that, you know, see forever on a clear day over here.
The musicality of that track alone puts you into a space, a deadly ambiance where you're like, wow, what is this album going to be? There's something frightening, unnerving, but you're anticipating it, you know, just from that kind of semi-introduction thing that he's got going on for and how you start intro. Yeah. Oh, flipping love this.
Hey yo, let the kitchen drink. So much remixing, we fishes out of open type shiver. You don't test that. I be at where you rest at. So many changes.
I woke a soldier, I did more numbers. You have your budget, I hope it woke you. I put a brick on my block in a yacht in an open ocean.
A brick on my block in a yacht in the open ocean. Oh my god! What's wrong with you, Benny? What is wrong? Like that imagery. You put the brick in a yacht in like there's two sides of this story.
With the video, the Miami vibe is like crazy. Every minute someone record you proof your love. Destroy pack fires, gun metal, sun special. Used to serve cake, wordplay on big fun level. Over like how long it really took. Look, my city is the wildest. I know niggas up in Hollis, spinning digits with the commas. In the smoke, we spinning, bitch, I promise. Look.
See, talking digits with the commas. Oh my gosh, I give up. You guys want me to catch the bars, but I give up because it's only the first track in, and there's too many bars I'm catching, too many great one-liners, and it's just like I can't deal with the greatness of it all. It's overwhelming, you know. It's overwhelming. Hell on Earth Part 2 is everything I love about Griselda. This gives Halloween feels. There's something spooky about this.
Hey yo, control line access. The all keep storming, got a Mac on. Fly sneaker of all time, and y'all know it.
Flyest nigga of all time, and y'all know it. Like we do know it, Westside. We trying to be like you. We trying to be like you.
Watch the brick, I can back roll, I can stove it. St. Joseph with Mrs. Bipolar. Let the man go off the track, call through a roller, toe, like a nigga showing up. You better know we step, you out to misery. Always boxing, I'm a being in 6th Street. Been in school too long, I want to deal and keep.
I'll shine, cut it gon' shine, it's mathematical. Please God, keep your head up on your sabbatical. Yeah, let me read the track, but that's all over the track.
Yeah.
Facts, the original was
I can't believe J Electronica just went. Are you kidding me?
It'll be like Yoda with Luke and the day go by. Like
Yeah.
Star and Freddie Fox, who just the militia. I spit it for that Mac, that mouth, that Cali, open that vision. You should hang these styles on the reverse in your cell like a picture. Remember, Cutter, you a god, no Demi, no Aston Kutcher. My God, my.
I said that it sounded spooky and Halloween-like, you know, like skeleton, you know, ghost, you know, something in the closet kind of vibes, you know, something unsettling. But as the track went on, there is a subtle elegance to it. I can't explain it. It's like it's like you're walking into a maybe what once was an art museum, what once was something regal, something prestigious, but now it's collecting cobwebs, and now it's I don't know, got some spirits in there or something, like, you know, it's the history of what it once was is there. So you're sensing that regalness and that, you know, artful kind of environment you're in, but it's so old, it's so vintage that it's slightly disturbing now. It's like disturbing art. That's what that track kind of felt like. Beautiful production, weird, different, you never heard it before. G Electronica kind of, you know, taking bits of like Griselda, you know, referencing them and their sounds and all sorts of things about them into his verse. Very creative, really creative pen, but I mean, it's J Electronica, so it's like, duh. And Westside's verse here I freaking loved. So yeah, Free Cutter is just straight going into the playlist.
Hey y'all, I got a great new album in the mail today. This is a fantastic album, man. Let me borrow it.
$8 in my cell, I had to sell me. My celly had the lobster specials out the way. Remembers like who the freshest. Chanel 5 prime time rise invisible. Every time I cop a new phone, I make the visible. With the elbow, level 3 with the Velcro.
Waiting for that. Brilliant change into some violins doing something really dark and sinister. Love the change into that with like the French, I believe, on top of it. It's just art, really, just art.
Straight, I needed it. I'm still tired now. I have like the busiest week ahead.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Julia Lang is interesting. Just very domineering beat, which kind of makes it slightly hard to hear Westside, because he's already, like, out of the Griselda folk, the hardest one to kind of hear because of the way he delivers his bars. So it's like that very dominant beat, like just thumping. It's kind of overpowering slightly, but I guess maybe that's just the space he was going for. He wanted a very deep, very impactful beat, whilst he's sounding his most aggressive because he kept on just going there. Ooh. Yeah, I like this.
Rainbow, you know the handle. Panic sandals, Buffalo kids, and black sopranos. Got the grip, went to the porch slot. And kept the same one, do shine, both shine. We was just set on murder shit. Lit, we ghetto rich. Bang the 40 to the metal stick. My nigga braided the death.
We're talking about
Down the place, circle 15 years straight. I need a break, more money on the way. Stay seated down the place, circle 15 years straight.
I need a break.
More money on the way.
More money on the way.
Out that bitch with 20 rats of shit. Off-white song, Dior gone, swearing bull. More money on the way. More money on the way.
I really like Celine Dion. I like the change to this kind of, again, going, it did have a kind of domineering bass at the start half of it, but that bass was a little more subtle in comparison to what it switches to, with doo-doo-doo, and then it has the doo-doo-doo going on in the background. I love when they have that kind of xylophone effect there. It adds a magic to the track. So I like the beat change. I like the hook Westside does in the second half. Go 15 years, I need a break. Hook is it's perfectly put on top of this kind of production. Westside is so good at like flowing on things in a way you've never heard before in an unexpected, unique way. And you don't even realize how well it fits into the track, because you hear this track and you're so used to hearing one type of flow over it, or you're expecting this type of flow over it, and then Westside will come as something different and it will still be so solid. It'll be like, whoa, that's different, but it works. So I like the second half a lot.
Yo, Elvis Presley stole Lord Walter Flow. The Rolling Stones stole money, waters flow. And make it back to screaming, best dressed demons. Gucci, Louis, Prada, and Sesame, less wet Neiman's. Used to do the cheapest, believe it. Back when mommy let me hold the car keys, and you was dreaming about dog tax season. On pressing triggers, triggers get squeezed.
Hey yo, I'm at the flower blue, proud of mountain blue, silk collars, I'm off a guard with arm and hammer. Peace to love, we chasing niggas down and new music, who's cooking the straw.
I don't know what it is, but so far in this album, I feel like I'm getting a lot more of Westside. You know, like how he often showcases his features a lot, and he will come in for a split second and then dip. And he really relies on production and his short bursts of flow and the features to like bring an impact. I feel like this album so far, I'm getting so much Westside and I love it. I feel like he really said, this album I'm gonna give you guys me, like a whole lot of me. And more so in side B than side A. So far, I'm really loving side B more than side A. I do really like it. I feel like it is the discordant keys. Everyone who's watched my channel from my first Griselda reactions knows that that discordant key signature there, I love it. Like when I hear it, I'm like, ooh, this is unnerving. This brings a different vibe to the underground hip hop. I love to hear it because it takes what is such a beautiful, elegant instrument and makes it twisted, which matches the twisted nature of what these guys be rapping about. So it's very fitting and I just love to hear it. The thing I like the most about it, therefore, is the production. I do like Westside and Mac Homie's verses here, but to me, I was very much more fixated on the production, and I feel like the production outshone them a little bit. This is a track that I will enjoy just to listen to it, just to hear it.
I probably been rich. Mention my name when you pull out the list. I lead a score, a couple assists. I'm in the twos, a word and image. When I'm in birds, you're supposed to pivot. Coming in birds, I'm tweaking now. Probably no sleeping now. I pop with the beacon, you know when I'm speaking with gasoline seeping out. They gotta come see me now. Tony.
I take these words to my grave.
Yeah.
Can't nobody fuck with me. I take these words.
The crew be the clip with the wave. Boss bitch. Clean in my lane, been running it up like I'm getting the shape. Fucking respected unless the bitch at me. Somebody's closet, think out I'm gaggy. I'm on design, still looking tag. My chain on, I be snuffing bricks. Boss bitch, and I'm fucking rich. Wish I would be pressed by another bitch.
Forest Lawn, I love for the hook. 2 Chainz, I don't know. It's like I liked his contribution, but it was like weird. Is that what is that? Does that make sense? I don't know if people get me, but like I liked what he was doing as a part. I really liked how he was flowing, but it was just so weird to have him on that type of beat. But it worked. What do I say?
Lyrical thoughts have lace, mask face. The test is the track face. Call me self-love face. Illest nigga alive. I be live in the villa with your bitch taking ginger. Sending postcards inside the trunks on in the winter. White guard, false time, false text off shore. All core at the off-white store. I do it like that. I do it like that. I do it like that. Yo, big sucks at the Four Seasons.
In the wine, hey, all I had to do was pop it up the bottom when you even saw me going freestyle. Clean bricks, clean Gucci socks, pass the mop, help me sweet shit. Fucking in my flops with my shorts.
Freaking Esco's flowing. I absolutely cannot. I loved this track already. Like, this track is already instantly my favorite track. But with Esco and the way he came here,
Remember when we went and caught the place inside the Madison? We went and rent them Billy trucks and drove around the attic. The first time we bought on Madison, we knew we wasn't average. We was never worried, they was never ready. You never spent.
we was never worried, they was never ready. I certainly was never ready for this. Like, they should have warned me for this. They should have put a little skit saying, Ebony JB, the next one, just maybe have some water around you. I don't even have any water.
Pussy with a penis. You just some hyper kids without your ribbon. Criminal minded.
Why I do them like that is a track that is going to be timeless for me. And I feel like it would be timeless for others as well. I feel like the elegance of the keys, and then when the beat just falls, this is literally like intrinsic. It's got like, it's so natural. It's so effortless. This is like the truest hip hop form, where like you've got just the do. That beat is like, you hear that beat everywhere. That beat is in hundreds of hip hop songs, and pianos are used in thousands of hip hop songs. It's like they brought two beautiful elements of the music world that is used a lot in hip hop and in rap, and they blended it together so beautifully to create this track that just feels so just natural. It's a beautiful track. Westside, Billy Esco, thank you for this, man. What I can do is thank people, artists, for doing things like this, because being a music enthusiast and hearing things like this is like, this is why I'm a music enthusiast.
Job is looking for smoke. We got T-Gun, the D-Dot for pushing the ball. She got D-knocked it.
That's out the stone, he part of my slum. He just showed a brick, but only now we're in the eyes. Leaves take the Cartier bust off, that shit tiny.
It's a black swan event, not a black tie bear.
R.P. Bergdorf I really liked, simply because I just love the soulful element of the instrumental. It's short, it's sweet. I really like Matt Comey here. I think I prefer his feature here than in the other track. And I just like the rest of Westside on these type of tracks. I don't know how to describe them yet, but there's a few tracks like this, like it's reminiscent to Elizabeth, even though it's not, where there's like, it's got a soul, like regal, like kind of feel to it, and Westside raps so well over tracks like that, like the regal, soulful tracks. Yeah, but it's like organ.
We went round dishes, fulfill me the ice love. Sell it up a part of my religion, back to back, made back trucks. Storm, West, baby, mama house up. Things been food, hopped out to see a less. Mixed D square with the roll, hand to hand, vaccine. Scared my nigga low, bro. Ever since I got riches, niggas hating on go. Caught the color near the belly, got the ice ruler roll.
TV Boys got the discordant kind of organ to it. I like it, you know. It's easy production, not the most wowing one in this album so far, but still pleasant to hear. Just a simple Westside track, no other features. It's good to have Westside just on his own. But I feel like for Westside being on his own, I would have wanted a bit more of a powerful production, you know? Maybe just to like really make a really boom track.
Hey, yo. Shoot that blocker that you be on. Please get you killed. That's gonna cost me about 10 G's. From I be on that east side of that,
I got homies recipes at the age of 23. Palace jacket matched the army fatigue. I took a peanut. Fish and door donuts. Wrist across the storefront. Never had a tour bus. Uncle Larry, so up.
Survivor Series 95. I really had to survive that track. It didn't have to be 6 minutes long in my eyes. Could have been shorter, you know, and still be effective. A bit too gappy in my opinion, but I like its production. Of course, its production is always great, and it's like when it comes to Westside, I like the like I like that. That was very out of tune, but you guys know what I mean. Like I like the kind of, I don't know. It doesn't sound like spy music, but it sounds like you know, there's a mission that needs completing, and you know someone's there in the corridor, you know, peeking around the corner, or you know, doing a roly-poly, and you know, that's all I can do. That's the only way I can describe it. I like the production, but it was just too long for me.
Hey yo, like it passing them by, beautiful line, beautiful rhyme, drum on this stick massive, pistol plastic, pistol addicts, brain nose, flip your whole block solo, spit that shit 2 times if I see kids, it's a no-go, you slide green, forever I scream, cream your face pocket, got the order for 5 feet, dangerous, no famous shit, came to fan favorite, fools spitting 4 and 5 flows, it's all flavorless, Millie was 840, I made them paper zips, crush a rock with a quarter on the table, and take a snip, drop on sticks, pickups with Andre, fast forward, now it's $400 when we eat entrees,
the first time that Rome Streetz has been a feature and he's stolen the show. And I know Westside does this, he gives features a lot of time, and he gave Rome Streetz a lot of time on this track, and Westside highlights the features and, you know, gives them production that is really gonna compliment them. But Rome Streetz, despite that, if that's what Westside did here, which is what I think he did, but despite that, Rome Streetz is just steals the show. It's no longer like he's featuring, it's like it's his track. I need to listen to Rome Streetz because this is not okay. It's not every time that you're featuring that you just gotta steal the show. Oh, no.
Made me send my dog, get my daughter newborn bag. When they was scared to get it through the mailman, how can I decipher? Just know I jumped in and killed. Bitch, I'm Roddy Piper. Then I dance on it. Last one had Hitler stamped on it. 24 karat gold pan jumping. My next shit for $1 million. Only 7 copies and I'm dead for real. So serious.
Ostertag is Stove God Cooks, and I love Stove God Cooks, so I like Ostertag.
So, what are we gonna do now?
Conductor.
Yo, so many niggas I love got life, so I'ma just rack all my ice, drop my clip, life go, I came home violated, you know the psycho, fiends hit the dope and fell up like you seen Michael, blocks and grab the ooh-wop, she always about to lock the cell, homies rockin' stars on them like Roger Store back, lemon pepper hot, big salt flat, she never
You wanna, cause how many days you got in front of you?
Tiona Denise, great R&B vocals there, smooth, fitting of the track. I really do like Westside's verse here though. I like his flow here. I feel like if I was to treat this like a solo track, you know, like that there wasn't Tiona Denise there, even though she is a great contribution, this would be like much stronger than TV Boy. I like her a lot more. But there is a feature here. It is Tiona, even though she's the vocalist, like she's a singer. So in that sense, it's like a different type of feature.
Feds kick the door, this the realest shit I never wrote.
This picture Stove God is able to paint with like that melodic way he raps is so great.
Feds kick the door, this the realest shit I never rolled. Shining on my black skin, still got the birds going crazy, I'm tapped in. We was all
belligerent, back in them tenements, backtracking my innocence. Crack was the genesis, G-packs and things, chasing cheddar, better lace your shoestring.
Feds kick the door, this the realest shit I never rolled. Alligator jacket, the Mac 10. Shit I never rolled. Made your face, smack back, you out the wrong guy, faded. Namesakes faded. Pray that my new dope spot don't get raided.
99 Avirex. 99 Avirex I really like because it's brighter. It's a brighter track, a lot more positive, a lot more sunny. Very stark contrast to how the album started, but refreshing, especially to have Stove God Cooks, who's very good at accommodating kind of bright tracks like this, and he did it so well. You know, this is the realest I never wrote, like him kind of singing out like he's, you know, got no woes, no worries, matching the brightness of the track, even though it's still that gutterish street rap.
Yo, Gun, I'ma just fuck around. I got some niggas ain't gon' hide. Make you that big step and fuck around. Get your ankles tied. You got it bad. You ain't gotta call me or hit my line. Hello, the doc said I need triple eyes and new sword. It got so much room to sit aside. Tell me drops T with that Westside Gun. You get your mama.
Looking like 7 Jesse Records on 20 being vacate. I've been on my own dick, fuck whatever they say. I can't let you.
Ever since Tyler the Creator rapped on that Westside track at the start of his album this year, I was sensing there was something happening there, you know. To see Tyler on this album now is great, and again on a track that really is suiting to him, you know. Tyler kind of highlighted with his album this year that, you know, he's trying to bring back that real rap of himself, you know, the part of himself that was rapping aggressively and gutterishly before Igor and things came out, you know, before he took a different creative route, and then for him to come and then feature on, you know, the main guys bringing back this real gutterish underground rap. It just shows that it just continues that journey and continues that creative stance he's doing, and shows how fitting Tyler can be in different elements. Even though this track isn't the grimiest, this track still has a positive tinge to it like the earlier tracks, but it's still underground, still got those elements there. So it's just great to see him here continuing that with Westside. Worked very well together. I'm just gonna say this is definitely one of my favorites again. I'm just gonna keep going.
The package was new machine. Put it in the wax paper, wrapping it straight to the fiend. Tarot read you through the death much before my only thoughts was stack up. You either be the one making the punch or shoot and smack up. Can't rely on niggas that feel a hot when my rival hit. Look the judge in the eye and lie my hand on the Bible shit. Legit got killed, Munch got killed, Pete got killed, Casablanca sealed. We ain't even healed before that shit real. Now you don't pass, clutch my blick, still I'm godly. I'm godly. What the fuck would you do? Cross over 2 different pockets in my loop. Hitler wears Hermes, hanging at the loop.
Big Al is my second favorite track, I think. Streetz and Westside really did a thing here, with how they flowed on the track and the storytelling and the piano keys. Gosh, the piano keys.
Why? He shot the nigga in the chest 7 times. Did him filthy, but that nigga was tripping. Prayed for rainy nights so we can catch the destroy his life, complete the mission. Can only fuck him if he's a killer, or the name of his favorite tape start with Hitler.
Ooh! Not Scotty Beam. Not right now. Not right now. I'm recovering. Oh, I really like that ending poem from Keisha Plum there. I think that might be one of my favorite poems from her. Great stuff. We're at the end of side B of Whitler. Yeah, that will be the day. Of Hitler Wears Hermes 8. You know, we're at side B. And side B is much better than side A. That is my statement for this album. It's better than side A. And I don't want to look at this album basing it off the other side of it, because I mean it's all a collective, but it's hard not to, you know. Side A I enjoyed, but I did say I felt slightly like wanting more, a bit underwhelmed. Side B gave me all the more that I wanted. 20 songs long, which is over my ideal size of an album, even though this is a side of an album, but anyways, it's over my ideal size, but I enjoyed it. It didn't get tiring, and I also didn't feel like there was any fillers, which is really, really odd. Usually when something hits 20, I always find a filler. But even the songs that I said personally I don't enjoy, I don't say that they're fillers. I still think that they fit into this collective of this side B very well, and they fit into the story and the chapters of this album. So it's like it's doing a great thing, and it's doing a great thing in 20 songs. It's very crazy. Going to my criteria, you know, just for my rough review that I do at the end of every kind of album review video, I look at my criteria and I say, did it make creative sense? How many boom tracks were there? And did it take me on a journey? Now, creative sense, it made a lot of creative sense. And Westside Gunn's creative sense always tends to be effortless and tends to be very complete and comprehensive. There's no times I'm really doubting him for who he picked to feature, the production he chose, the order of the songs, you know, just the creative comprehensiveness, how everything gels. Is there confusion when you hear it? And when it comes to Westside, no, not really. So creative sense, tick. How many boom tracks? Now 20 songs, I mean, minus like the first one, which is literally just like a droning sound, and the second one, which is, actually, do you know what? I want to include the second one, because even though there's no lyrics per se, there's still brilliant music in that, you know, and how you start intro. So let's just say 19 tracks. Maybe out of the 19, I am loving like 14, you know. That's great. That's great. Like, I'm loving 14. And there's 5 that I like. I mean, that's very, 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 very much a lot of boom tracks. Then, did it take me on a journey? I will safely say it did. The album started off very aggressive, ended a bit brighter. The brighter tracks definitely came towards the end. But started off with thinking about, you know, freaking hell on earth. I mean, it's in the name. It started off with legit hellish aggressive, you know, street music, and then it got gentler and it got lighter, and it got more artful, you know. So definitely took me on a really comprehensive journey. What am I rating side B? I'm rating side B a 9. It's going to be making maybe my album, my top. No, it's definitely making my top 10. I'm not sure if it's making my top 5 though. But it's definitely making my top 10 albums of this year. I'm still trying to make that list because the end of the year is almost up. It is a very solid album from Westside, side B anyways. And I really love how we got more of him in this album. I just feel like we just got more of Westside. And more of Westside is great, you know. More of Westside is good. If you give me more Westside, I'm happy to accept it. So I love that it was more Westside here. I love there was a bit more range in features. For example, having Tyler the Creator. I mean, I feel like 2 Chainz has been with Griselda before. I feel like I've heard him with those Griselda member before. But even him, having him here is a bit of diversity. We didn't have a lot of all the 3 of them together. We kind of had them starting off with that boom. And then not really seeing them anymore. Not seeing Benny or Conway really anywhere else, which I liked. I liked that it started off with like the 3. And then let everyone else shine. Yeah. That is really all I've got to say in my review. You know, a review when I'm doing it off the first listen isn't really going to be the most comprehensive review, but I do try to speak as much as I can about what I'm feeling in the moment. Yeah, my reaction and review to Westside Gunn's freaking Hitler Wears Hermes 8 side B. Thank you for listening to and watching my video. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button down below and leave a comment down below of your thoughts. I'll see you guys all next time.